Welcome back to the Celica project. Here I have my LSD finally installed, but I might need to do some work to the axles so that everything works together. So what I'm going to try to do is install the carrier, and I'm going to see how the axles kind of fit. And if they don't go in all the way, then I'm just going to take the axles to a machine shop, get them trimmed. From what I've seen online, it would need like 8 millimeters or something. It's really hard because I get a lot of mixed answers for how to do an LSD in this car. From what I've heard, if you use an aftermarket Zenki A86 LSD, you don't need to do any modification to the axles. But if you use an OEM GTS LSD or TRD, then you have to trim the axles down a little bit. I think it just has something to do with the amount of space inside the diff itself. So I'm going to try and install this and just see how the axles line up. If they don't, it's not a huge deal. I'm just going to go get the axles trimmed. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, to take your diff out, what you first need to do is take off the drum, which I've done. Obviously the diff got replaced. And then behind this little hole right here, you can actually access the bolts for the axle shaft. So you spin that around until you can get the bolts out. And then what you're gonna need to do is take out your drive shaft, and there's, I think, 10 bolts on the carrier right there. You just pull it right out. Not the easiest to do it without a lift, I'll be honest. I just jacked it up, and yeah, that's kind of a pain in the butt to take out when you're like a foot off of the ground, but it can be done. Still have pieces of my gasket on here. This is the calm before the storm, guys. Okay, I'm gonna try and just roll this right in here. Oh my God, okay. Okay, how can we do this safely? Oh, okay. As long as I can hold this and balance it, I should be fine. I just need to get it up to the bolts. Oh, fuck. Just hit my car. Okay. Oh, please don't have dings. Oh, that one fucking hurt. Oh my gosh. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay. Okay. Please don't. No way. Okay. So, there. And we go here. Oh, legendary. We're almost in. Oh, fellas. My arms are tired, dude. Okay, so this is kind of what I expected, but on the forums, it was kind of hit or miss with what it was saying. But I think I definitely have to get my axles shortened because I don't think the bearing is supposed to stick out of the housing like that. Not everything's gonna be done today, but I didn't expect that to work, to be honest. Okay, so I'm kind of stuck where I am right now. It is what it is. I kind of expected it, but we're just gonna leave this here for now. I got the diff bolted in. That's all I really wanted to get done today. So it's a couple days later, still sitting here, still waiting on my axles. But so I'm not wasting time. I'm gonna drop the tank and put in the low pressure fuel pump. First I gotta unbolt the filler neck. Oop. Oh yeah. So, unfortunately, this is just the sending unit for the fuel gauge on the cluster. For some reason that I don't know, Toyota made this accessible, and then the pump is separate. The pump is actually yay north, and there's no access panel. Here, I think. That bad boy out. Oh yeah, there's gas in there. Oh, there's not gas in there. Huh. Lubricant on that thing. Oh. So I should just be able to take this out and then put a new hose right here, about the same length. God dang. It's hard to cut. So the problem I'm having right now is the stock ignition box is not sending power to the distributor, therefore I have no spark. And this gets power from the ECU, which is no longer in the car. I have a couple things I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and tap this into the fuse box to try and get 12 volts and just use the stock igniter. As I showed you, the last coil is kind of broken, so I got this fancy MSD one. See if that works some magic. I don't have high hopes for this, but if we can match some MSD stuff in the car, that would be pretty nice. And if all fails, I do have this little GM HEI module. Apparently this is a pretty common thing for Toyota guys, so this is kind of last resort. If this doesn't work, I don't know what will. But yeah, gonna try and get some spark. Okay, so I'm supposed to be getting something by touching this little white wire to the negative. I'm supposed to be getting spark over at the spark plug, but I'm getting nothing, which kind of tells me that this MSD box is broken, which I'm not too surprised. A lot of people have beef with them. So I'm gonna try my other method.
No.
Nothing?
No.
Fuck.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. The fuck, dude.
Dude.
Scared.
Oh. Oh shit.
Okay, that's going on. What the fuck?